My name is David Bates, and this is my story. I grew up as a little boy in Virginia. Grew up in church. All my parents and uncles were saved. Um, Grew up in a traditional single-parent household without a father. Dealt with different abandonments, different self-esteem issues, and even dealt with a major issue of child molestation from a really close friend in the family. And that pushed me, but I kept pushing because of my faith to continue to grow deeper and to continue just to stray forth and find Christ. And when I was 15 years old, I gave my life to Christ, and ever since then I've been trekking. And now I live in Texas, where I go to Prairie View A&M University, and here I'm one of the student ministers, minister as the chapel, licensed minister, um, and really just seeking out the Christ. But in 2000, about 18, that all changed. Where instead of seeking Christ, I was turned backwards. Um, Instead of seeking God, I was pushing everything to the side, and I was really going through a major pit hole. Never in my life where I thought that the jolly person who always encouraged people will be the one to really be the one that's suffering. No matter what I did, I prayed, nothing happened. I studied, nothing happened. I worshiped, nothing happened. And that caused me just to sit here and really contemplate, is this something that I really should be even focusing on? Giving all my life up to other people. But when I needed in return, everybody was busy. Everybody had issues that they was dealing with. And nobody had time for David. And that really pushed me to the edge to where I am today. Um, that caused me to really spiral. Um, and there, it was an instance where I almost decided to really take my life. Why? Because I felt like everybody was so busy to spend time with David. Um, it was horrible, man. It was hurtful. It felt like nobody had time to spend time with me. It felt like nobody wanted just to encourage me. And it felt like I was in a dark place. There was many times where I was in college. I would spend 5 to 6 hours just laying in my bed crying, contemplating is life even worth it, contemplating if God is worth it, contemplating is ministry even worth it. All this stuff I do for other people, I'm the one struggling. And it was rough. There was many days I sat in my bed crying. Many days I sat in my bed contemplating, is this all what I should be doing? Um, and it caused me just to continue to spiral deeper and deeper into a place where it was really dark. Um, there, I sat there and I cried every single day, um, seeking on how to encourage. I was listening to stuff that I never really listened to. I was digging deeper, and there, it caused me to go deeper into many different avenues of stuff that I thought I've given up. Um, During this time period, it even caused me to become an SS drinker. Um, Many times where I was just a cool person who never really took parties or took anything seriously, but I was that student to where when somebody said we want to go have a chill time, I was the first one being at parties, first one drinking, and really just wasting my life away. Um, and it even caused me to go deep into other addictions that um, I thought I really turned back. Sitting down watching pornography, sitting there doing all those different things that caused me to really take part and slip backwards. And I thought my life was done. I thought God forgot about me. I forgot God didn't care about a little country boy from Virginia. Um, and it still feels like that from time to time. Like, is all of this church stuff worth it? Um, I felt like, the very person who always saved people who's not even trying to seek God, but I'm the very person who's really trying to worship Him. Why am I the one that's struggling? Why I'm the one who has mental attacks? Why I'm the one who felt like his character? And all this piled on deeper and deeper. Self-esteem was attacked. How I cared about myself was attacked. How I looked at myself was attacked. How I treated people was attacked. I'm the person of respect and character, and I'm missing class, um, being disrespectful, and it just really caused me to become into a dark place, something where I really didn't want to. So it's still rough. Um, It's times where I thought I was really going to give up, man. It was times where I really wanted just to throw in the towel and say, this is it. There was one time in particular to where I was leading prayer for a group of students. And at the end of the Bible study, as I'm praying for God and to help these people, at the very end of the Bible study, all I can do is crawl and fall face on my knees. Because at that point, I felt like I gave everything. I gave up all the spiritual strength I had left. I gave up all the endurance I had left. I gave up all the strength that I had left for other people that I pushed out. And now I'm on the floor crying. I'm on the floor desperate, crying for help. And with that, it really is tough. I was thankful to go to counseling, but even sometimes that didn't feel like it was helping. And I was stuck in this path of what is truly going to help me get through this depression, these mental attacks, this suicide thinking. But one of the major things that got me through all these tough and rough times was a simple scripture that many church people say, but it really saved my life. And that scripture says, "For weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning." And that very same scripture called me one afternoon in my dorm room to stand up with tears in my eyes, heart beating, thoughts whispering away, to call on God and say, "God, whatever you're doing, I need you to stop in my room. Whatever you're doing, I don't care what you're doing, I need you to stop for David." I told God, listen, no matter what you do, I don't care that you don't ever bless me again. I don't care if you ever give me another healing again. But all I want this day is your peace. All I want this day is your complete and unadulterated peace. I don't care if I never become the next millionaire. I don't care if I have a 5-bedroom house with a 2-car garage. All I care, if God, is that I get your peace. And it's with that one word, that one little prayer, and that one scripture combined together where I stood in my room and I felt the very presence of God touch me. And I walked up, still struggling, but I walked up seeking the peace. Why? Because I understood that if I'm going to cry tonight, that if I'm going to struggle tonight, that if I'm going to continue to waste away tonight, if I continue to feel like life is over tonight, that I know that a change is going to come sometime in the morning. And it's with that very same hope in that scripture that got me through. It's with that very same hope in that scripture that pushed me out of this dark place. Why? Because I know that weeping may endure, but it's a commandment of God that I'm going to get over it, that I'm going to have joy eventually. And that was the very thing that got me through my circumstance.